Hi everyone, it's Dawn and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Hurricane Milton has started to hit Florida and is making its way through at the time of this recording. Now remember, when I'm making my videos, especially on ships, sometimes I'm making these videos 2 days ahead of time. And so I don't really know a lot of the effects of what's going on, but today I've been following a live stream of the hurricane as it's hitting various areas through Florida. It looks like it's going to go straight through the Tampa, Venice area and through Orlando, missing Jacksonville and Miami and Fort Lauderdale. So let's just start off with everybody hunker down, stay safe, get to yourself into the safest location you can in your residence, or if you're evacuated, hope you boarded up the houses, etc. But yeah, it's turning into a lot more serious storm than it first looked a few days ago. So yes, hurricanes are no laughing matter, and during the broadcast day of this live stream from a news outlet, they said Florida had over 80 tornado warnings throughout the areas, as well as this storm is really causing havoc as it collides with different air pressures, etc. And as I said, it had picked up speed from just a tropical storm, hit Category 5, expected to be Category 4. Right now it said Category 4 when I was looking at it, and it's just about to hit, as I'm watching right now, the very, very tip of the Tampa area, Venice area on the west coast of Florida. And so, yeah, I hope everybody is remaining safe. If you were able to get out of the way, great. Mandatory evacuations in place for thousands upon thousands of people, especially those in mobile homes or in low-lying floodplain areas. And if the police and the fire department say you should evacuate, you probably should evacuate. And I know it's hard for some people. They say, well, I lived here for many, many years and many, many times, and I've gone through many hurricanes, but you don't know until the hurricane hits just how bad it can be or what can happen during a hurricane. So it's probably safer to listen to authorities and prepare yourself. I know I watched a little bit of Tony's video when I could, and he says the water is basically disappearing, milk is disappearing. And it makes common sense, right? People went to the grocery stores to prepare and stock up in case power goes out, in case, the food shortage, whatever there could be. The grocery stores could be closed for numerous times. And so people were preparing for it. So I know a lot of people in Florida have lived through this before, and they're a lot more comfortable and a lot more prepared than the average person like myself from Canada, who really doesn't have to. We have tornado warnings the odd time, but we don't have so much hurricane warnings, just because of the location where I live in particular. Nova Scotia, however, different story. The Maritimes in Canada get a lot of hurricane warnings as well, but in my location, the biggest thing for us is ice storms that we get and the heavy snowfall during the winter. So we have a different preparing thing, but nothing compares to a hurricane coming through, especially if it landfalls at a Category 5. As we mentioned before, numerous ships are out at sea now and unable to return for obvious reasons, especially right now. We also have cruises that were supposed to be leaving today and tomorrow will no longer be able to sail. Some of them, like Disney, had canceled their ships completely. Others will try to leave early or just will leave whenever the ports reopen. As of right now, we don't know the ports, what's happening or anything like that. We do know the airlines have shut down the area in the path, in the wake of the hurricane as it's going through. And we can only hope that it goes through as quickly as possible. The faster it gets through, the less devastation there is. And it's those slow, lingering hurricanes that just sit there and sit there and sit there and don't seem to move for days, it seems. So hopefully it can get out of the way, through the coast, through Florida Central, and then out to sea, and people of Florida can start recovering and checking out the damage, and hopefully it's less than some of the worst dire predictions that's out there. I know I've seen some pictures of people down in Key West, and they're down there at the 2 points location where, the two oceans collide kind of thing, and I got, like, the water is just splashing up like this, and I'm going, that's probably not the best and safest place to be in locations like that. Even when you think the hurricane is far away from you, there can be consequences. Storm surges are expected right up the coast. It's including all the way out to Bahamas, and you just never know, especially with a hurricane of this size, as it's moving kind of towards the Caribbean but higher up. Those storm surges can reach up, coming down from the north into those different islands as well. So always be prepared, stay safe. I hope everyone is hunkered down. I hope everyone gets through this. I hope there's no damage to your homes and your livelihoods, etc. But those things can be replaced. People cannot. So again, if you were asked to evacuate because you're in a very dangerous location, please do so. It's probably the safest place to be. And I'm just wishing everybody to stay safe. And hopefully we have a better news story that it wasn't as strong as we were in fear of. And as soon as I'm able to upload again, I'll let you know how things went and when the cruise ports will open and how people in Florida are getting by through this event. Remember, this is 11 days after the last hurricane just went through, and they're still recovering from that. So it's like a double whammy to the residents of Florida. Again, stay safe, everybody. And until next time, please stay safe, and please don't do anything risky. Hurricanes are nothing to joke about.